I think this is what's going to happen on Saturday.
I will be taking Colorado State minus 9.5. And again, if this quarterback doesn't cover the spread, you've got to go to State Farm.
This game's going to soar over. I'm telling you right now, final score is going to be 38-34.
Welcome back to the Coin Toss, the greatest college football betting show of all time. We actually hit every bet last episode. Did you know that?
Did we?
I just got reports in. Beep, 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 beep. We hit every bet last episode, which means we're picking 2 winners from the giveaway that we did. If you don't know what the giveaway is, you should have watched last episode. You dumb idiot. Shout out. Ethan Wood, 1039. Michigan State, plus 23.5. What a bet.
What a bet.
That's someone that was in there early.
Yeah.
We posted on Thursday, and he was like, yo, Michigan State tomorrow.
Yeah.
Shout out Ethan Wood. DM the Bookit account on Instagram for the winnings, and shout out R. Jones, 01111.
He started the comment with, Michigan plus 2.5 is by far my most confident play of the weekend. Therefore, give me Washington minus 2.5. And sometimes you have to fade yourself. So shout out R. Jones.
That is a phenomenal way to do it.
Yeah.
I actually love that out of R. Jones. Also just wanted to honorable mention Rob N. San Diego. He dropped a whale and 4 honorable mentions. It's a guy after my own heart. We were like, give us your best play. He dropped the whale and then 4 honorable mentions. I don't know what he did, but he did that.
Really quick, I want to shout out Prodigy Keaton. He said Alabama money line.
Okay.
So Alabama, as a 23-point favorite, took the money line and still lost. That's just sad.
If we're giving honorable mentions, I got 2 for you. Hunter Norris, Bama alt spread minus 50. Love that play. And then just didn't make the cut for the giveaway. Carson Cole, Miami covers no matter the spread.
All 3 of those guys are due. I need their plays.
100%.
I want to shout out my dad.
Oh.
Yeah, shout out Rav's dad, dude.
He gave Pitt money line and slurped them, and they are now 5-0.
Shout out Rav's
Dude,
dad.
shout out
honestly.
Rav's dad.
Shout out Rav's dad. That's actually the perfect segue into the 5 things that I learned this weekend in college football.
Let's hear him.
Speaking of Rav's dad.
Yeah.
The first one, not speaking of Rav's dad. Actually, I have an honorable mention as a part of my 5 things.
Okay.
First one, cameramen are too horny. When you're watching college football on a Saturday, I want you to start counting how many times a cameraman cuts to the student section to a blonde girl in the SEC.
Dude, that's actually such a good point.
It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. And
Okay.
it's some weird 50-year-old man or an intern.
Like, they're going to like this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally an intern.
Just keep it in. Just keep it in your shorts. That's all I'm asking. When I'm sweating A&M Mizzou, I don't need to see every A&M rocket.
Fair enough.
Just keep it a buck.
Wait, hold on. Really quick. You're telling me you really don't like it?
No, but if there is one thing that I've learned as well, blonde girls run the SEC.
Okay. Yeah.
Every single cut is to a blonde girl.
Yeah.
The goalpost on Broadway is the coolest thing to ever happen in college football. I don't know if you saw this, but Vanderbilt obviously upset Alabama, tore the goalpost down. They brought it all the way to Broadway, which is the most famous street in Nashville to go out in. Mm-hmm. That's got to be 1A.
So sick. And then dumped it in the river.
Wow,
Pretty cool.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah, they dumped it in the river. Pretty freaking cool.
I don't know if they have any water works or people that work on the water, but imagine you're waking up for your shift and you know what happened in college football, and you're like, what the fuck is that? And it's
just
the
a goalpost.
That would be all time. Jackson Dart is my dad.
I love that guy.
Jackson Dart is my dad. College football rules. It's just 18 and 21-year-olds going bananas for any upset to rush the field, going crazy with the players. I just don't think you get a better atmosphere in any sport.
No, I agree with you.
The Arkansas kids
close.
talking to the players, it just memories of a lifetime.
100%.
Mizzou and TCU cancel the program. Go ahead, pack up the year, pack up the pads, hit the recruiting trail, sim the next year. Out on both those programs. After
Fair
taking
enough.
them again this week.
Fair enough.
Back to back to back. My honorable mention. Rav doesn't stand on an ounce of fucking business.
What is this about?
He had an opportunity
Has
to whale the only goddamn school that I cannot escape out of his fucking mouth in Pitt at a short line against UNC. And we're up here taking fucking Jordan. I've had it up to here. I fraud watched you. and I fraud watched you again. And you time and time have opportunities to stand on business, and you never do it. And I swear to God, there's a play on this board that I have marked in my head that if you are not on, I'm fucking done. I'm done.
It was a missed
And I
opportunity.
just want that known. I learned that this weekend again. I want that known.
It was a missed opportunity taking Pitt last week for Georgia, who didn't even cover against damn Auburn.
Fraud.
So annoying.
Watch.
Dude, we even tried helping him, doing the countdown, saying Pitt, and he said Georgia. You know
And
what
I
mean?
gave him the opportunity to flip.
Yeah.
You're doing it again? You're doing it again this week?
No, it's not even a whale. There's just a play on this board
Oh.
that if you don't have, I'm fucking done.
Okay.
I'm done. Actually, I'm going to write it down. If you don't have this play, I will flip every single one of my plays the opposite of your play.
So it's either Pitt or Arizona State.
Well, you're not going to know. And it's actually neither of those games. So shout out.
Wow.
Better be in your honorable mentions. We actually have a new segment we want to
New
do.
segment called Thorns and Roses. We'll go ahead and start with the Thorns. Brady Cook. Ass. Hate that guy.
Ass.
Absolutely hate that guy. Just terrible football player. My second thorn, Cade McNamara. Why is he still playing football?
Just two white boys can't play football.
Can't play
That's
football.
just what that is.
It's terrible.
Back to back.
Now we're going to flip it to our roses. I'm going to start with Diego, Pavia, and Vanderbilt. Just round of applause for them. Biggest win in school history. Just elite performance from him.
Looked like Johnny Manziel.
Literally looked like Johnny Manziel. And then my last one, Arkansas, Taylon Green. Hell of a performance. It took down Tennessee. Just love that guy.
Shout out the boys.
Good football player.
Shout out the boys.
Shout out the boys.
Shout out the boys. Did that Tennessee first half hit? I just need to know.
No, it didn't.
Shout out the boys.
And you know what? Tell them again. And again, he fed me a loser.
I mean,
Shout
when
out
is-
Rav.
When is Rav going to get off Fraud Watch? I feel like he's certified at this point.
Dude, I
Getting
feel
off
like
Fraud Watch this
like,
week.
Like honestly, dude, I'm not even mad. I'm just so upset. Like it's not even a mad. It's like a just pure upsetting decisions out of you these past 2 weeks.
Dude, and you brought out insane stats for that, too.
Yeah, well, I'm going back to it this week.
All
Okay.
right. You know what?
All right, we also start every episode with the Rav report. Rav, why don't you go ahead? Tell us what happened.
Yeah, so we went 2 for 2 on whales. Okay, Mike, you hit your whale.
Actually, we went positive on whales because I alt spreaded. So as a show, we went 3 and 2.
What a guy. Backpacking. Summer
Okay.
slang.
As a
There
show,
we
we
go.
went 3 and 2.
That's
3 and 2. Javon, you also hit your whale. Javon, you went 5-0 last week.
Wow.
Just got to lock in.
Applause.
some
You're coming
weeks,
off a
man.
clean sweep?
clean sweep.
Wow.
Let's go. Mike 5-8. LC 6-7. Iowa, fuck Iowa.
And you know why I wasn't even? Because I told Rav.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, because of Tennessee.
Dude, honestly,
Yeah, yeah.
shout out Rav.
And I had a really bad week. This was my first insanely bad week. 6-13.
You snuck in 19 bets.
Dude, that's the same thing I was saying, dude. It's not even like a Mikey spray level. That is absurd.
Really bad.
Dude, I don't even know if Mikey's had 19.
I love that out of him. I'm actually gonna have to match that. I don't know
19
how many
bets?
I have. I don't know how many I have now, but I'm gonna have to. I need to have the record for the most plays in a single
Yeah.
episode.
You
so I'm
can't
gonna-
let Rav
That's
have that.
fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I don't know how I fit in 19 last week.
19. You want to know what it was? He started getting cute, double playing. You did double
I
plays.
did.
You
Oh, he
took
did
the
do that,
unders and
yep.
the spreads, and you double played your way
Yep.
into 13 losses
No more double plays.
or more.
No.
Okay.
0.
All right. Just wanted to check. Just wanted to see where your head was at with the possible mores. Wow. First clean sweep.
There we go. We take those.
First
We
clean
take those.
sweep. How about it? First clean sweep.
You want to hear whale records?
Yeah, I would love that actually.
Mike, 5-1 on whales.
Wow.
Wow.
What a guy.
Wow.
You are leading the pack.
Wow.
Javon, you are 4-1 on whales.
Wow.
I'm 4-2. LC, you are 3-3. So the fact that none of us are below 500
Yeah.
on whales is massive.
It's kind of hard. We like that.
That is hard.
People forget. I was. How many episodes have we done?
This is episode number 7.
Yeah, 6.
So, I've always done an alt spread every episode.
Yeah.
0-6 going into last episode was 0-6 on alt spreads. Shout out Ole Miss. Shout out Ole Miss. People forget. Shout out Ole Miss. Did you forget?
No.
Shout out Ole Miss.
Shout out Ole Miss. That was one of my 6 wins.
I'm just going to give the floor to Javon to talk about Cal. They didn't win, but they did cover.
Yeah, I mean, you just cannot.
They didn't win.
35-10. We can't blow that because you just – anytime you get Miami in a close game this year, you know exactly what's going to happen. You cannot let them crawl back in the game. But if you thought Miami was winning by double digits, you might have to hang it up. So that's how you cover. Great teams cover.
Just possibly the one tweet that I knew I was dead is when the Cal students broke through the gates of College Game Day and someone quote tweeted and said, ESPN did not think about how excited Cal students would be to stand and hold signs.
Yeah.
That was...
No, you know what was it for me?
You give those kids a reason to hold a sign and stand in the street, they're doing.
You know what was it for me? I always knew they were covering. The second I saw that field goal go through on game
Yeah,
day,
dude, that kid
I knew we were dialed.
Dude,
There was
won
no chance in hell they came
$100,000.
out and got blown out.
Dude, he
crazy.
fucking piped.
Prime Justin Tucker was literally in Berkeley.
He piped that. Yeah, that was nuts. Other crazy things that happened this weekend. What were the best upsets? I know we want to talk about some games, but other than Vanderbilt, there was some crazy shit that happened.
Arkansas.
Yup.
Arkansas.
Shout out the boys.
Forgetting a big one. There was another big one.
Michigan, even though that wasn't really an upset.
It's not an upset. They're quail.
Oh,
Minnesota.
USC,
Yeah,
the
USC.
fucking Gophers.
Yep.
That was an honorable mention for you last week.
I knew it. I knew it. All right, should we talk some games? Talk some ball?
Let's do it.
We open up our Week 7 episode. Week 7?
Week 7.
Wow, we're already at Week
Crazy.
7. With Penn State going into USC. Penn State is a 4.5-point favorite. The over-under is 48.5. Lauren, Drew Aller, Miller Moss. What do you do?
Well, I'm kind of scared this USC team isn't who I thought they would be, obviously coming off that upset. But Penn State, always fraudulent. Okay, so with that, go ahead and give me the Trojans +5. I don't love it, but I will be backing them.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I don't have a single thing circled on this game because I don't know what I want to do.
It's gross.
I feel like it's one of those games where it's going to be the advertisement of the weekend for the games. You're going to see both these logos everywhere, and it's going to end up being the most underwhelming game of the year.
100%.
Did you take Penn State?
No.
Did either of you
I
ever
would
play
not
in
do
this
that.
game? Because I don't know what I want to do.
I'll take Penn State.
I also want Penn State.
And I'm not a Drew Aller guy. I think he stinks. I think
he
that whole offense stinks. But I am not convinced USC is that team yet.
They're not ready for
No.
Big Ten ball.
I
not
really
ready.
wanted them to be that team, but I don't think they are.
Minnesota could give me Penn State -5. Actually, Penn State alt 7.5.
That
is my
might,
alt
that might
of
be
the
where
day.
we lost it.
Alt of the day, they win by 9. They win by 9. I don't know how they get to 9. They win by 9. They win by
Dude,
9.
if Penn State wins, it's just them just pushing USC around, which I could see
Which
that
I think they're
happening.
going to do.
Might just be the under.
Soft. Dude, it's definitely the under.
Javon, is it the under?
I kind of like points.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I like points
Okay, if
as
you
well.
like points, how would you not like USC?
So I think USC's defense is fraud. I think this is like what we get from, I don't know, the West Virginia game with Penn State, where they look really good against a defense that people thought was a lot better than it actually is. And again, I'm not a Drew Aller guy. I think he's terrible.
Drew Aller guy, Penn State -7.5 alt.
Stick with the Trojans.
Drew Aller guy.
I'm not doing this shit. I'm not backing Penn State in a big game.
Thank you.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You want that?
He's not backing Penn State.
What is that what you want?
We want to back James
Yeah, you
Franklin
know what
in
I
a big
do.
game. We want to back James
It's
Franklin
not
in
a
a
big game against teams they lose to, though. That's the thing.
But this is a new team that they'll lose to because usually it's Ohio State, Michigan. That's because there's no one else that's this good in the Big Ten. Now there is.
We're putting them on Michigan and Ohio State's level.
I mean, they're definitely on Michigan's level.
Didn't they just lose to Cali McManus?
This is a big game. I'm not
is a big
afraid
game.
to say
It is
it.
a big
This
game.
is a big game.
He's not scared to call this a big game.
Yeah,
I
no.
like that out of
Yeah.
Raph.
Franklin struggles in games like these, especially in the first half. So I'm going to take USC first half. I'm going to take the over because I think there's going to be points, and I have a whale in this game.
Exactly. James Franklin has
What
never
the
gone against
fuck?
a Lincoln Riley.
What the fuck are we doing?
You just snuck
We
that in
just
there.
said we're not doing double plays. That would be a triple fucking play out of one goddamn game, dude.
He's on a
This is
revenge
why that
tour.
graphic is never going away. And also, I did mention last episode, if his well didn't hit and Pitt did it, there would have to be a mark on every episode now that Rav missed.
Dude,
an
I have
opportunity.
Rav's back on this one.
Dude,
He's on
I'm
a revenge
fucking out.
tour. Let
I'm
him
out.
do it.
I'm
Let
out.
him do it.
I went 6-13 last week. You think I'm out for blood?
I respect
Exactly.
the play. Just triple
fucking
play.
out.
Triple play out the gate is insane.
Triple play.
Okay.
Is fucking insane.
That is kind of
God damn it, Rav.
That's fine. Rav.
6-4-3 triple play.
Ole Miss is going into Death Valley as a 3.5, now 2.5 point favorite at time of filming. The over-under is 64.5. Lauren, I'm going to be dead silent on this game.
Wow.
Yep.
I wonder why.
Yep.
Well, at first glance, I want to take Ole Miss, but this game just feels so weird that I'm gonna go ahead and take Ole Miss and the over.
Love the over. Yeah. Love the
64.5 points. So many points. There will be points scored.
Love the over. Love the over. Silence.
Does anyone else want to chime in?
I mean, if we are talking about coaches in a big game, Brian Kelly's the coach over at LSU. We already saw how that played out earlier this season when Miller Moss loaded up an RPO every single play. They couldn't stop it in the second half. Ole Miss is going to do that for quite literally all 60. So I don't know if I'll get there to the counter, but I do like Ole Miss.
You know what that means? Brian Kelly lost the first big game of the year. That means he's due to win the second.
I don't think that's how it works.
I think it is how it works.
I don't think so.
I think if it was, he'd still be at Notre Dame.
Notebook Nugget.
Sound the alarm. Sound the alarms. Notebook Nugget 0-1. Tennessee first half. Go ahead.
In Kelly's career as a coach, off of rest, he's 15-2 straight up and 12-5 against the spread at home.
Wow. That's like all time.
And after a straight up win, 37-4 straight up.
Do you think Brian Kelly has skewed stats because he was at Notre Dame?
Yeah, I was going to say, some of those games
what I
are
was
like
gonna
Notre
say,
Dame
yeah.
playing Ball State in South Bend.
Like, I'm not saying bad stat, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like if there's one coach that might have skewed stats, it'd be Brian Kelly.
Probably. I'm going
I would
to go ahead
actually
and
love
take
to know, like, what his stats are since being at LSU with a Heisman quarterback. I don't think they'd be as good as you think.
That's what should be in the notebook, Rav.
You know, I can get on that.
Well, no, I just think, like, not that that's a bad stat, but.
I'm going to take LSU with the points here. This game
Okay.
seems so freaking weird. And I think Ole Miss is the better team, but LSU has yet to get that marquee win yet this year, and I think that they are a good enough team to get at least one of those this year. So I will take LSU plus 3.5.
Yeah, I might take LSU at the points, too. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, though. All right, should we move?
Cal travels across the country to Pittsburgh for a marquee ACC matchup. Pitt is now ranked, by the way. Eli Holstein looks like he's a front runner for the Heisman. The over-under set at 59.5. Cal is a 3.5 point dog after somehow choking against Miami last week. Pitt is 5-0, people. 5-0.
It's crazy.
What do you do with 5-0 Pitt?
Fade him.
Yeah, I saw
fade
that
him.
coming.
I just want to open up saying I don't know how Cal didn't pull through last week. Miami just feels like that team of destiny that TCU was 2 years ago. They just give me like those weird Cinderella vibes. But Cal's been so close to greatness the last 2 weeks. But I think they finally get it done this week. So go ahead and give me Cal plus 3. And I'll go ahead and take the money line.
Whoa!
Yeah. I think they went
A
outright.
plus chick money line.
Yeah.
Javon?
I mean, I love that out of LC. In this household, we fade Rav, especially when he gets too cocky. Gets too cocky when his team's on his high horse. There's no way I'd be touching this game if Cal went outright. But sneakily, a lot of people like to fade the travel. The teams going east have actually done pretty well against the spread, and a lot of those have come with bigger spreads, not like this one. But I'm pretty comfortable backing Cal here. Holstein is going to see the Cal Bears defense that I believe still leads the nation in interceptions.
You mean the Cal defense just gave up 25 in a quarter and a half?
Yeah, and it was partially the offense's fault. I'll say that.
That is fair, it was. This Pitt offense has taken massive steps. Their new OC, Cade Bell from Western Carolina, kind of just transformed this offense. I don't think that the Cal defense is as good as ever to advertise, especially after last week's horrible performance late in the game. I will take Pitt on the money line.
Do it, Mike. Do
Like,
it.
again, you know what I
Do
mean?
it.
Like, there's such an opportunity to be like, I'm going to take Pitt minus the points and an alternate spread because I love Pitt and I back Pitt, but he doesn't, so I'm going to take Cal money line.
Yeah, I was excited to be like
What?
fully in Berg. with this.
We are fully in Berg.
We are not fully in Berg.
Rob, you're taking Pitt money line? Like, what?
Where's the -3?
Come
man?
on, dude.
What
Believe in
happened to
'em.
the game I love, man?
Guys, you guys are bitching about the most bullshit shit. I mean, what the fuck?
This is the side effect.
We're
of being
literally
on
in
front
Berg,
row.
and you're
Dude,
bitching
Brad,
that I'm
this
not
is
going
what happens.
farther.
This is what happens.
You don't,
This is what
you told me
happens.
not to spray, and I'm not spraying. I'm not taking 2 plays. I'm taking 1 play.
We didn't tell you to be sharp and soft, though.
I'm not being sharp and soft.
Take the -3, and I'll flip.
No.
Take the -3, and I'll flip.
Pitt -3.5.
Let's go. Pitt -3.5. Holstein Heisman. Holstein Heisman. Holstein Heisman.
This team is so much better than Cal. I'm sorry, Javon. They are so much better than fucking Cal. Cal's offense is putrid. I don't even know how they put up 35 last week against fucking Miami.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want it noted. I want this clipped.
Oh,
After Cal
shit.
wins this game,
This could be
Rav
bad.
says Pitt is so much better than Cal. They're at home and getting 3, which means they're quite literally even on a neutral field.
Pitt -3.5.
Let's,
Come on.
let's go.
Stand up.
Mike,
Pitt
I need better
-3.5.
from you. What was that?
No, I got to get him going.
Okay.
Sometimes
Anyone
you
want
got
to
to
take a
get.
stab at that total because it looks weird.
Sometimes you got to get your guy going. I did notice that. Why is that the highest
Yeah, why is it
total
so high?
other than Ole Miss LSU?
I mean, there was just almost 40 on each side in Cal's last game.
Yeah, but that means Cal. But Cal, that means.
Are you guys ready for this one? Second half over.
There's no way you reached in Bell for a second half over.
Pitt -3.5. Second half over. That's the perfect hedge spot.
Did you just cook that up?
Yeah, literally
Okay, yeah.
right in that moment. My God.
I
Right in that
actually
moment.
don't mind that.
Feels
Second half melt job
This
from
feel
either
really
of these
sharp.
teams, and I get the split.
That does feel super sharp.
Second half over. Pitt -3.5. We'll be seeing. That feels so fucking good.
That feels good, dude.
That feels so good.
You might be back.
The game of O's, Ohio State, the Buckeyes are going into Eugene, Oregon as a 3.5-point favorite. The over-under is at 52.5. Lauren, Oregon is at home and an underdog in their own house.
Yeah. I know it sounds crazy because this Oregon team has looked pretty sus all year, but I trust them a whole lot more than I trust this Ohio State team, who I think is very fraudulent. So let me back the Ducks.
Give me the Ducks. I pulled over 3 separate times on the way here to try to grab a live duck. True story.
No way.
Yeah.
A live duck.
Not a lot of ducks in Texas.
Where were you looking?
Stopped to get
ponds?
gas.
Were you just driving by ponds?
No, dude. Sometimes you'll find them like walking around in grass.
Okay, yeah.
And at the complex, I thought there might be a duck. No duck, but I'm backing the Ducks. Plus 3.5. Also, I do think potentially points at door maybe. Eugene is fucking hard to play in. And I feel like Ohio State has yet to be truly, truly tested.
And I also think this Oregon team is a whole lot better than what they've shown. And also, I know from experience, Dylan Gabriel in big games does show up.
He poops down the leg in small games.
He does.
In big games, Heisman Dylan Gabriel comes out, reeks a big game. Oregon plus 3.5. And I'm going to take Oregon's team total over.
Love that out of you. Love that out of you.
Gentlemen?
Do you have Oregon?
No.
I don't either.
Do we have a battle
We have a
brewing?
Battle of desks.
The battle of
Do we have the
We know how
battle
this went last
brewing,
time.
dude?
I'll
I'm
go
not
real
on
quick.
Rav's side. Just want to make that clear.
Unbelievable. I'll go real quick. Oregon has not faced a front seven like this all year. Ohio State's front seven was not only one of the best ones coming into the year. They've gotten way better as the year has come along. Gabriel has looked shaky, like bad. He threw 2 red zone picks against fucking Michigan State last week of all teams. Sorry, Mike. I am easily
That defense
taking,
is better than you think. Go ahead.
I'm easily taking the Buckeyes. Taking the Buckeyes. The A are my national champion. And they get it done
Wow.
here.
After everything you've seen, they're your national champion.
I mean, at the beginning of the year, they were a national champion.
I think you switched up.
I never did.
Okay.
I feel like he was on business with that.
Okay.
I kind of agree with Rav this week, though.
Stand
I kind of lean Ohio State, but I want the under for all the same
Wow, okay.
reasons. I think
Okay.
both of these quarterbacks have not proven they can push the ball down the field. Front sevens are big and physical. I don't think the run games are going to be incredibly effective, so no points.
I don't mind that.
Tez Johnson touchdown. Wow. Watch that. I want that on the platter. Oregon team total, Tez Johnson touchdown.
I would like to also add one.
Oh.
Jeremiah Smith touchdown.
Dude, I'm so
Judkins
out.
touchdown.
I'm so
I
out.
want 2 touchdowns on my. I want 2 touchdowns. Actually,
Well, you're taking an Ohio State running back when you're betting Oregon?
yeah, that's fine.
No, it's not.
No, that's fine. And I want
Oh, you're gonna do it.
Dylan Gabriel rushing touchdown.
Oh.
Fuck, that feels good. Tez Johnson, Dylan Gabriel, Judkins, Oregon, and Oregon team total.
Did we just get 4 touchdowns on the same
Yeah,
game?
that's
4.
Imagine they all hit.
on a
Who's the
game. I
other
think
kid?
we think goes under. But
Who's
what?
the other kid?
I'm feeling great about the
Evan Stewart, first
Evan
touchdown.
Stewart. Yeah.
6 touchdowns.
First touchdown, Evan Stewart. First touchdown, Evan Stewart. Tez Johnson, auto touchdown. Dylan Gabriel, little feet. You know what Dylan Gabriel reminds me of when he runs?
What?
Kyler Murray.
Touchdowns.
Don't compare him to.
No, but they just look like little babies for whatever reason. I don't know why. Just the way Dylan Gabriel
Dylan
runs.
Gabriel, a whole lot less war. It's not even close. Let's
Yeah,
not do
but
that.
I mean, Kyler Murray when he runs is 0 or looks
Oh,
like the little
come
kid that
on.
got out of the pen. You're like, oh, get Jimmy.
Crazy. He's
And
quick.
He's
Babe,
long
did you
gone.
leave the gate open again? And he's already halfway down the yard. You're like, God damn it. That's what it reminds me of.
One of
But
those
I feel
kids you
like-
keep a leash on.
Yeah, literally. He's got that you tie to the garage. Now, did you put his harness on? And he's gone. Yeah, Evan Stewart, first touchdown. Tez Johnson, touchdown. Dylan Gabriel runs one in.
Oh,
Judkins
you
runs
slipped
one
in a first touchdown.
Yeah. Evan Stewart, first touchdown.
Okay.
It was a squeak masterclass.
I'm squeaking all over this board.
Is this on record? No. There's no way.
Every touchdown but the Evan Stewart first touchdown. Actually, you know what? Fucking, you can put Evan Stewart on the record, too.
Wow.
All right.
If that first touchdown hits, I'm goated.
We'll see.
If that hits, I'm goated.
No, 100%.
Like, if that hits, I'm goated.
No, if you clean sweep that, like, yeah. Put some respect on your name.
There's going to be 14 total points after that.
Probably.
Now that I just did all that, 14 total points.
And none of those guys scoring.
Oh,
It's just a handoff.
Tez Johnson.
Okay.
Tez Johnson scoring. Big game, Tez Johnson scoring. And if you're a fan of Lauren Cowling, we have the game of the century. The first ever SEC Red River rivalry. The Texas Longhorns are minus 14.5 in the Red River rivalry. The over-under is 49.5. Lauren, I just want to give you the stage.
I just want to let people know that I had to take a break before we talked about this game because I just get so passionate. I'm even starting to sweat a little
Yeah.
bit, just
Yep.
getting ready to talk
I'm
about
sweating.
it. You know what I mean?
I'm getting some ass sweat.
Yeah, 100%. But you're telling me, Mike,
Yeah.
it's Quinn's last year.
Last year.
And after Oklahoma beat Texas last year, they made T-shirts that said Texas fears Oklahoma, Oklahoma fears God. And you think Quinn, in his last year, on a great team, by the way, isn't going to Oklahoma raw? You're nuts. You're nuts. This will be a bloodbath. It will not be close. I have the score being around 35-10, if not worse than that. Quinn is going to Oklahoma raw. Oklahoma will not be able to move the ball. Michael Hawkins, who the is that? Will not move the ball. And I just want to say, if y'all don't back
Can I
me
brandish?
up,
Can I brandish?
Hold on.
Are you gonna put
If
that?
y'all don't back me up, fourth one, y'all.
Whoa,
Whoa.
Fourth one.
whoa, dude.
4-piece.
Whoa, dude.
All right, I'll start. You're growling.
I was growling. Dude, I was growling.
Lauren just growled at Raph. Lauren actually just growled at
I was
Raph
growling.
Tanamobe.
I
Dude,
was
my
gonna say
eyes are
Oklahoma.
starting to water. Okay, sorry.
No, I'm just kidding. I would never say Oklahoma. This
She's
is Texas.
seeing orange.
This is Texas. They should have fucking won that game last year. I had Texas last year. I was in Georgia watching this game, and I was pissed as I was about to go to the Georgia game because I had Texas to win the Natty. I literally had a future on that. Texas to win the Natty. And this sucked me.
Sucked him.
Pause.
Sucked him.
Texas gets their look back. They have not been good in this series straight up the last 15 games.
All right,
they
leave
have,
that out.
They have yet to have a blowout of Oklahoma in any of these games the last 15. Oklahoma beat Texas 40-0 a couple years back.
Texas, 49-0.
Texas beat Oklahoma.
Watch your mouth. Get it right.
All right, well, it's happening again. Texas is killing Oklahoma. Minus 14.5.
Step one. Jovan.
I'd be all over Oklahoma if it didn't collide with my system because I always fade quarterbacks when they make their first start and they win it. I fade them the next game every time. It's the only reason I'm passing on this game. This is such a perfect year for Oklahoma to actually come out of nowhere and make this one close. So I think they do, but I'm good.
I'll take that. That's
So
step
no
two.
bet?
He didn't.
No
he
bet.
didn't say anything.
I'm saving
That's
it for
fine.
Georgia.
Mike, I swear.
I feel like there's a lot of ways you could go with this game.
No, there's like one. There's actually one.
There's a couple.
Like I thought about it. There's one. Wait, hold on. Thought about it again. One.
I was always taking Texas minus 14.5, dude. Isaiah Bond touchdown, Texas minus 14.5, Quinn Ewers, 4 passing touchdowns. This is going to be belt to fucking ass.
Belt to ass.
Texas over Oklahoma, the first SEC Red River. This is going to get dirty, sloppy, and greasy. Dirty, sloppy, greasy.
I love that build.
Texas minus 14.5. All spread minus 21.
Oh,
My guy.
Wow.
It's a route. This is a fucking route.
That's where we lost.
Route.
I love that from
Route. This route.
That is
Isaiah
hitting.
Bond touchdown max.
you. 100%.
He's scoring.
Really quick, Jovan, I know this you can't do it, but if everyone could just throw up a little horns up. Do
I
it.
put on the hat.
Good.
I put on the hat.
Good.
With that said, I'm back in Oklahoma plus 14.
No way! No way! Dude,
Back
what?
Wow.
Back in.
That's
Wow.
shit wager of the year. Remember this, clip it.
Isaiah
do whatever you
Bond
want.
touchdown squad ride.
100%. No, he's scoring.
Can we get behind that?
Who is guarding him?
Splooge.
no, you know who I want to score? Jaden Blue.
Oh, he's
I
scoring.
fuck with Jaden Blue.
Yeah.
And
love that,
Rav
Rav.
picks the
He's
goblin.
You think
That's
he's gonna be a
fine.
goblin?
He's definitely going to be a goblin.
No, he's definitely like minus like
I don't know. Total's only 49.
Might be
he might be like minus 200.
probably like a
But
short 400.
that's fine.
Something you can get behind. I'm on your ass after last week. Welcome back to the Whales of the Weekend, the best segment of the show, the part of the show where we've been the most profitable, undefeated on Whales, as far as I'm concerned, as a group. Undefeated, every pitch has been good, every play has come through the hoop. 59-0 on Whales of the Weekend, up almost 1.2 billion units.
Who else is doing that?
Do you know how much a billion units is?
A lot.
Like, that's insane. 59-0. Give me Ole Miss minus 2.5 for a fucking nuclear whale. Nuclear fucking whale. Lane Kiffin already lost the one SEC game he's going to lose this year, and I'm happy he already got out of the way because now he's going to go into Death Valley, belt to ass Nussmeier, belt to ass Brian Kelly. Jackson Dart throws for 500. Ole Miss wins by 14 plus. And this is the game where Jackson Dart enters that little conversation for that little trophy at the end of the year when he takes his balls out on a LSU team that shouldn't even be on the same field as the Rebels this year. Ole Miss.
Dude, talk your talk.
Whale. Back to back.
Dude, I feel like that's your team.
Yeah.
That's your team.
No, it's my team.
Like to your core, that's the team.
Yeah, it's a team.
He does have the Ole Miss polo on.
Yeah. Sneaky.
He does.
People forget.
That is true. People do forget. For my well, everyone saw it.
Wow. The icy white. In uniform. In uniform.
Texas minus 14.5. Quinn is going to fuck Oklahoma raw. Fifth one.
Practice safe
Belt
sex.
to ass. It was always Texas.
It was literally. Wow, that helmet is huge on you.
I have to hold it up. It's fine. I wear this thing around a lot more than I'd like to admit.
What?
Yeah.
I can even see Elsie's eyes. It's just her mouth.
You're definitely not supposed to put this on. Actually, fun fact, it came with like plastic in here.
No way.
So you don't put it on. Had
You
to
took
rip
the
it out.
plastic out just to put it on?
So I could put it on. That's hard. That's hard.
That's hard. That's hard. I love that. That's great. That's a great helmet.
Thanks, man.
You look good in it.
Thanks.
It fits
man.
you.
You mean it?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Texas minus 14.5. Whale.
Well,
What kind of whale?
Type.
blue.
A blue
And every
whale.
time I've said a blue whale, I don't think it's lost. By the way,
A blue whale.
the biggest. Once again, it's the biggest.
We're talking a lot about raw things. I'm going to go sperm whale. Ole Miss.
I
Rav?
love that.
Your whale of the weekend.
My whale of the week is USC plus 5. In this house, we fade James Franklin in big games. James Franklin against ranked opponents, even though USC is not ranked, they're ranked number 26, so it almost counts. Against ranked opponents, regular season road games, 2-14, James Franklin. James Franklin against Ohio State and Michigan, the only two other teams that have been on USC's level in the Big Ten in his career, 1-9 regular season road games, 1-9. Ranked opponents, regular season road games, 2-14. James Franklin is the reason why Penn State has not taken the next step, and until he's fired, they won't. USC +5, USC money line. Is Penn State the fourth best team in the country? Fuck no. Whoa. Fuck no. Whoa. USC +5. Whoa. Whale. Beluga. Orca. Killer.
Oh, killer.
Shout out Jovan.
Love that.
I like the killer whale. Jovan?
Go to a noon kickoff grid off. Take an Iowa money line.
Ooh, I looked at that. I almost honorable mentioned that.
Yeah, Washington just got a pretty big win at
Huge
home.
win.
Weird favorite against Michigan, a game they really had to grind out because Michigan's physical, as dog meat as their offense is. They ain't doing it 2 weeks in a row, especially now that Iowa's coming off of a loss and non-cover against Ohio State. This is, like I said, a 9 a.m. local time kick for Washington, or West Coast time kick. They ain't coming in and doing anything to Iowa that early in the morning. They're going to be running all over them, Iowa is. So I love that. It's -130 right now. I will have a replacement whale if we talk about this, and it's way too juicy by the time we get there. So we'll talk about that at honorable mentions.
Whale type.
Pilot whale. The only whale that's not bigger than an orca.
Wow, the pilot whale. That's a new whale.
That's such a new whale.
I need to Google whales. I need to come prepared.
I've never heard of that
whales. Well, I love that. Sperm whale.
Blue.
Orca. Pilot whale. Wow.
Had to get my duff for that one.
Dude, I love that. A pilot whale. What does that look like?
Yeah, what does a pilot whale
Can I
look
look
like?
it up live and give you my reaction to the pilot whale?
I'm looking up too.
It's got a fat head, boss.
You know what?
God, wow, it does have a fat head. Shout out to pilot whale.
Let me see.
Wow.
Wow, pilot whale, almost dolphin-esque.
Big brain.
Yeah.
Big brain, pilot whale. Wow, the big brain pilot whale play out of Jovan. I love that. We moved to the part of the show where I take out my little pistol and go, and I sprayed the board. Honorable mentions. These are the bets that are mentioned honorably, and I need to spray because Rav had 19 bets last week, and I can't allow that on my show. On my honorable mentions, I can't allow that.
No, you can't.
So I'm going to fuck.
Actually, I kind of want like elevator music in the background.
Yeah.
And this is kind of a good time to go grab a snack.
Yep.
Like he's probably going to be talking for a minute, so.
Click the button and then go to people's faces while I do this while they're not paying attention more. Clemson -20.5. I'm just going to keep betting the spread because they keep going under the rug as one of the best teams in the ACC. Wake Forest is going to get belt to ass. Alabama -21.5. The perfect bounce back spot. Shout out Jalen Milroe. Iowa money line. Shout out to Pilot Whale. Shout out Jovan. I'm adding it now. Virginia Louisville sneaky over 54.5. Shout out. Honorable mention. Mention honorably. Honorable mention. Akron +9.5 against Western Michigan. Honorable mention. Washington State -3.5. Honorable mention. Tennessee -14.5. Florida, big win. Now going to Tennessee. After Tennessee, huge loss. Nico takes not out on Florida. Honorable mention. Oregon State -3.5. Honorable mention. Iowa State -3.5. Honorable mention. UCLA +5.5. Honorable mention. Boise State -20.5.
What are those numbers? 12?
What did I say?
Wow.
Oh, of the amount of honorables?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't think you understand. 19 is crazy. So I have to. I also, people forget, have one play on here with 5. I have 5 bets in the
Dude, are you sitting at like 30 something?
Yeah, that might be. That might be. I'm going to set records, dude.
Dude, I'm going to have to do an entire page in the notebook just for your honorable mentions.
Good.
Quick reminder, gamble responsibly, please.
Yeah.
Do that.
Do that.
Do that.
And practice safe sex.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah, you should do that.
Both.
You should do that. I'm going to go ahead and practice gambling responsibly. For my honorable mentions, Syracuse -4.5.
Oh, such a good one.
West Virginia +3. Colorado State money line. I have like this weird thing for Colorado State,
Yeah,
even
why
though I
do you
tripped
like
the
them
quarterback.
so much?
I don't know. They just kind of come through for me. And then I do want to add Tennessee -14.5. I love that out of you, Mike.
Yes. Let's go.
Honorable mention. Missouri UMass under 53.5. Honorable mention. Iowa money line. Honorable mention. Louisville -7. Honorable mention, Western Michigan -9.5.
Wow.
Wow.
But I'm going to maybe come back to 1 or 2.
What?
Actually, no, I'm not.
John? Honorables? Mention
3 honorable mentions.
that are being mentioned.
Yep. Cincy +3.5 at UCF if that game gets played, because that is in Orlando with the Hurricanes, so I don't know what's going to happen with that game.
Praying for Florida.
Playing for Florida, of course. Hawaii +20.5. Ranked team coming to the island. I don't care who it is. I don't care that it's the guy who should be the Heisman right now. Weird shit happens on the island, and I think it's going to again. It's going to be a closer game than expected. And then my replacement whale, if Iowa gets too juicy, Florida +15.5. against
Wow.
Tennessee.
Fading. Us.
Fading.
Responsibly.
Fading. I think that team. I did have like a long conversation in the mirror with myself looking at that team. They might not be as bad as we think.
What?
And I think Nico.
How'd that conversation go? How did you start that conversation?
I was just looking, man, because I've really watched a lot of their games this year. And,
UF?
Yeah, and they're really not that bad. Like their 2 losses are against a good Miami team where they look dead, and then they lost by 13 against Texas A&M, who also shout out to them. They're a lot better. I've been trying to say that than people have been saying. So really, their losses are not bad. And now that they're coming into this game, it is off a pretty big win, but they're not playing with any pressure. And Tennessee has Alabama on deck next week, so the pressure's on to get it right now.
We forgot about that.
What?
We have Alabama next week.
You can flip.
No, don't do that. I just
What?
wanted
I
you to be
thought-
worried with me.
No, I'm not worried.
Okay.
I don't
I'll be
be.
there.
This Nico just lost to Arkansas.
I
This
just wanted
is
to
like
see-
they get everything rolling again so we can beat Bama.
You're right. I just wanted to see if you'd stand on business.
I've got
Yeah.
one more.
Okay.
Tennessee first half spread.
Oh my god. I'm not adding that shit again.
Something just looked at me so weird.
It's the Tennessee alt spread.
No.
Are you going ban for ban?
No, but something's looking at me so fucking weird.
Can I guess what it is?
Yeah. It's staring at me right now. This is similar starage to the worst bet ever made on the show. That I made.
Really?
Yeah. If you guys remember that one.
I think we might need a reminder.
Where I took
Just tell me where your eyes are looking.
do you remember I took what I don't even know what team it was. Plus 23.5.
Oh my god.
Oh, St. Francis.
Oh yeah.
This is St. Francis level looking
Okay.
at me weird.
I'm gonna go. The Arkansas State.
Yeah.
It's Arkansas State.
Yeah. That's looking at me fucking weird.
That's a free fade.
Dude, I kind of want to take it though. I'm not gonna do it.
No, don't do that.
I'm not gonna do it. All right, fine. North Texas -6.5 at FAU.
How did they squeak in here, dude?
North Texas -6.5 at FAU. Last whale. I will post a screenshot of my. How should I say that without it being illegal?
Entire
Your
platter.
My novel.
your novel. Yeah.
My novel that I go to put the bets in.
Platter. Whole
Yes,
platter.
the full platter. All right. I mean, that'll do it for week 7, the coin toss. Shout out everyone that's been watching. Hopefully, you've been enjoying every episode. We're going to keep going until the wheels come off. That has been week 7. I can't believe the Red River Rivalry is already here. Say that 5 times fast. Go.
Red River Rivalry, Red River Rivalry, Red River Rivalry, Red River Rivalry, Red River Rivalry.
Wow, you almost nailed that. That fourth
Dude, I
one
went 4
caught
for
you,
5,
dude. That
dang.
fourth one caught you. That was actually really impressive.
Appreciate it. Means a lot to me.
Week 7 has concluded. As always, put your favorite play in the comments. That was fun.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Congrats to the winners, by the
Yeah,
way.
congrats to the winners. We'll get you guys your money. And let's have another great week. Lauren, do you have anything you want to say to the people other than like and subscribe?
Quinn Ewers, belt to ass, Oklahoma ass.
Belt.
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 The ass that will receive the belt.
Oklahoma.
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 Yes.
Thanks for watching, guys. We will see you next week.